Right, breathe, calm, don't look at anyone. I watched you from planets away, from the shadows beyond the fire, striking flame-chiseled shards from your eyes, playing them high and glowing with firefly embers, starbound into the blue-black cold of night. I flew with them, enchanted, and in doing so allowed myself to feel the brief, curling flame of knowing how it would be to love you. And as you leaned closer to better hear the mournful guitar, those eyes found mine, held me, and my liquid heart frozen in breathless eternity. Your gravity drew me easily towards the light of your moon. I forgot the title, by the way. The title is A Close Encounter. It's relevant, that. Anyway, where was I? The light of your moon. Anyway, as I landed beside you, my lonely galaxy distant now, I found myself glad for the bronzing heat of flickering flame that camouflaged well my child state blush. I wished upon every star in every universe, drinking you, yet drowning in your smoky-edged scent. Tasting the promise of your laughter, chasing my blood through veins dilated by the curve of your mouth and the electric pressure of your denim thigh. Oh, that this night, this song would last forever, but too soon you stood, stretched and smiled knowingly, and with sadness touched my face, shattered my heart, my dream, my fantasy, shook the sand from your coat, your hair, your smile lingered, and I, thrown back through space, watched you again from further than ever, walk away stolen by a burgeoning night I never dreamed could be so cold. Get cocky. So this next one is like a kind of slightly cynical look at psychotherapy from the inside, if you catch my drift. So yeah, and it's called A Close... No, it's not. That was the last one. It's called... What's it called? What is it called? What's it fucking called now? Anyway, I'll tell you the title in the middle, like I did last time. Okay. Makes sense, doesn't it? So, it's called Trust Me. So... All right. So trust me, how does that feel as I paraphrase your life? Did you wear your mother's underwear or beat your captive wife? Do you see a face within the ink, wear masks to hide your pain? Tell the mirror that you love yourself, but don't become too vain. It's narcissistic rage, methinks, with a smattering of shame. Jerry Springer, Oedipus, perhaps they are to blame. Now step upon this timeline, ignore your id's demands, parent your adult children, remember little hands. The primal scream you try to hide behind that waning grin, if unexpressed, will start to boil and toxic rage will win. You could end up a psychopath, your inner child could wither. Within the safety of this room, your dreams let us consider. Rogers, Nietzsche, Young I've read and studied many others, so trust me as I delve inside and analyse your lovers. Allow me to digress a while and self-disclose a little. I understand your pain, you know. I too have felt that brittle. So come, let me regress you. Let's roll back through the years. When you understand your Viking self, you'll conquer all your fears. You are unique. Affirm your worth. A special, gorgeous flower. But I really must bring to a close our 15-minute hour. This will do. This one's called Monster. You capture and release me simultaneously. I am used, yet free. I never felt like this before, slow motion, yet free fall. What else, I wonder, has your dark witchcraft in store? Into your oven I'll willingly climb. As I cook, my love, to you I'll rhyme. Of love and monsters lost in time. A rose to you, my monster love, as smoke escapes the roof above. Just gonna keep going. So this is called Of Love and Poetry. Of love, my favoured pen declines to follow as my heart reminds that every nuance of my muse serves only to my mind confuse. The metaphors my will creates seem empty as it contemplates. The ageless song of poets great, to burn the books it's far too late. Their graceful style and lilting words guffaw at mine as mockingbirds. Just let it flow, I've heard them say, don't structure, force or try to stay. Within the tortured, rigid verse, from your soul allow the words to burst. Others search for strands of gold, rejecting rhyme as tired and old. They self-inflict their aching heads and recompose in tangled beds. Of love, the words will still not come. I've tried my best, this poem's done. So it's called Schooled. Reading music in Latin came to naught but tuneless quotes. Elocution lessons quick my fox read, as later I studied the colloquial car parks of busy, broad-faced boozers. Warning. The fucking and fighting, outrageous, exciting. Lazy the brown dog never saw this coming, but I saw him slink away, tail bitten off, humming Mozart in Italiano. Sorry, technical issue. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to get to one that I like, and then finish with one that I like, because there's lots that I don't like. So this is called Trees. Naked trees emboss the early dawn. Winter's echo, their branches stark, reminders of timeless loss, lacing the fading darkness like abandoned corals, their feathered fish still sleeping. I am comfortable here, entwined with silence, fading with the darkness among these solemn sentinels, as between their branchless places, morning leaks through the sky. I feel their silent sorrow resonate within. They accept my adopted kinship and wear it for the leaves they lack. As beneath the frosted leaf-lit ground, their roots squirm in lonely panic to find each other's hands. I wonder how long they have endured, weathering storms of change, bearing long dead lovers' carvings like the scars of concentration camp tattoos. They do not bend or lean to me to comfort or console, offer a mossy shoulder on which to cry. They simply are, solid, reliable and real, in a world as vaporous and shifting as the ethereal mists at their feet. And as the branch-torn moon recedes, morning shows its mottled yellow face, blemished and shadowed with cloud-relic tatters. The trees sigh with infinite patience, and deadfall mushrooms turn, as frigid breeze makes waves of the mist and carries the scent of the sea. Far off, a solitary seabird cries, greeting the day with a lonely voice that seems not to break the silence, but rather amplify its core. And I settle among the fern to watch the sun peeling from the horizon, pouring bronze and golden shadow through the spaces between. Purple-edged light reaches tendrils of flame, probing crannies and hollows for remnants of night. And translucent spiders busy themselves, adorning the flora with silks. Leap to ensnare the heavy dew and drink from their fleeting jewels. And so restored, despite myself, enwrapped in nature's palm, within the sadness of these trees, I sleep and sleeping dream of wooden spiders weaving men and rootless trees of meat. Something about what they mean to you. So I wrote this poem to express how I felt about leaving rehab. So it's called Elemental. Alone at last, free from the maddening, wading into the river wild, thigh deep in crystal clarity, breathless to its icy melody, With gentle insistence, the waters bid me, let go, and I do, believing, knowing that to resist would cause the collision of stars and the closing of some inner window. Floating now in lazy circles, buoyed by not caring or understanding much of the restrictive nature of things, unafraid of the rapid roar of roaring rapids near, just being, simply, perfectly. The mountains doff their frozen caps and applaud. Their echo ripples through the laughing pine, becomes the giggling I hear eddy all around. And the flawless sky beckons the morning sun to witness my passing. Aglow with fiery promise, its molten touch warms a quiet corner of my awakening spirit, a part I had forgotten, allowed to grow cold, without knowing. As it stretches and yawns, fragments of wonderful realign, and above, a profusion of dragonflies appear. Their iridescent shines for me alone, and I am struck, pierced by the most beautiful sadness, and realize, for the first time, that as surely as the ancient rock below supports the amber-hearted sky, I am loved, I belong, I am free. Thank you so much.